Okay, so Jesus has returned, and I've never in my life, I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't think it would be like this. I thought that Jesus would return on a great white horse and come down from the sky, like it described in the Bible in Revelations. But really, that was just a metaphor because remember, it's been rewritten. So we really didn't know, some of us really didn't know what it meant about Jesus returning. It did say that he was going to come like the thief in the night. And Jesus is here. And this time Jesus can live. Many people who aren't in control of the way the world is being ran and slaughtering and killing animals, and the people who own these factories, the people who are in control of the bigger people, they are fine. But the ones who are in control of doing all of the bad things that are happening in the world, that's who are going to be pretty much gone. Um, because there's no way in the world that that can repeat itself over and over and over. And God's children who did nothing wrong, and even the people who are in the top lead of things, they are considered God's children also. Some people are stepping down and don't even have to step down because they're not in the lead of anything. Someone is controlling the people who are who are above the people who we think are in the lead. Those are the ones that God is really trying to, well, not trying to, those are the ones that God is dealing with. So some people are stepping down like CEOs and they don't even have to step down. It's the people who are controlling the CEOs, the people who are controlling them, and the one who's controlling them, like the really, really, really top people who are controlled, who control everything. You know, the slaughterhouses for meat, killing animals, um, the people who are in charge of the medicines, harming people's bodies instead of allowing them to just get on a diet with veggies, eating natural foods to prepare them for a healthy, body. That's the real medicine. So, like I said before, they take the gospel out and then we pay the price for it. But why not just give us the gospel? Therefore, we can live, and the people who are giving out the rules and the regular routines for how to structuralize America can live. Why can't we all just live and be happy? Why does it have to be, and even it's funny because the people who are giving out the rules, they are even partaking in the animal eating and slaughtering and killing them and taking the medicines and things like that. Like even they take them, and some of them they aren't there because they're way healthier than the normal people who are used as lab rats, basically. And that's where most of the troubles come in. So, how hard is it to get everyone to do the same thing if you can get everyone the same routine to go to the gas station and put gas in their car because they have to drive the car? How hard is it to get everyone to do the same thing by having people come to a grocery store to go get their food? How hard is it for everything in there to just be natural food for people to live longer? How hard is that? There are some grocery stores dedicated to all natural foods and there is no meat or anything. You know, what is wrong with getting everyone to do the same thing? You get everyone to pay rent, that's to make a living. You get everyone to do the same thing like that. You get everyone to pay insurance on their car. Get everyone to eat healthy and only have healthy foods out there for people to buy. This will make people want to have their own farm so that they will be able to be a part of the business when it's time to make money because they have their own farms. give people the opportunity to afford land so they can make their own crops and, have their own, farms for them to have fruits and vegetables on there. You know, what's so hard about doing that? You nationally globalize everyone to follow a strict system to do something that's going to harm them. But then you say, well, you have a choice, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, come on, you look how much of an advertisement the old Confederate system was doing in order to get us to be manipulated into buying something. It's all about, advertising, and they know how people are going to do that. And you wouldn't advertise, um, it's okay to perform sexual abuse, because you would think that's misleading. But then you turn around and you have something that's misleading over here by having animal meat on a billboard saying, come try the Baconator or the ground beef burger. And those are animals being slaughtered every day when we're supposed to be taking care of animals, So that just defeated the purpose of providing, you know, um, a healthy environment for the people here in America. This process has been repeating itself for years, and yes, some people are saying, but that's been going on for years. It's always going to be like that. They can't do anything about it. Yes, they could. Someone could have stopped this years ago, years and years. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, knew what was causing people's health to go bad. It was the medicine that they were taking. They weren't eating the natural foods. Okay, your doctors and your local hospital knows this stuff already. So why not just globalize everyone's attention so that people can be on the same page, just like you globalize everyone's attention to be on the same page about paying their insurance. I mean, how can they afford that stuff if they're at work all day, standing up on their feet for hours, and knowing that there are other ways for people to make a living? Well, we're not stopping them from doing this and doing that. Well, yeah, but it would be nice if you give us an easier start and not allowing us to pay for everything because we're just coming out of poverty, or people's families don't even have enough, establishment in order for them to be financially stable. And you never know who is going through a hardship. But really, the system knew who were going through a hardship. So that's the reason why Jesus said he would come back. I didn't know that Jesus would come back now. Nobody did. And what's really, really, interesting is that I've always visualized whenever I would hear about Revelations and Jesus coming back, I've always visualized, what it would be like. And I was thinking it was chaos and everybody's running and screaming and all that stuff. I thought about that stuff. I thought about fire. I thought about everything. But that was just a metaphor in the Bible. Okay. That is not happening. What's happening is a different way because God said he was coming back to save his children. So he wouldn't dare have all that stuff going on around while his children are still here. The people who did nothing wrong, They are concerned about the people who took the boss leads, who were in the biggest, um, who played the biggest roles into, playing a part in having people fall behind a system that was enslaving them and making them not feel well, and it just wasn't right. So I am just like, wow, he is here. Jesus, thank you so much. And I honestly am shocked, but I am grateful at the same time because I was sick and tired of going to work, working my behind off, doing everything that I was told. I mean, I didn't because I liked it to respect someone, because I like to put on a good image of me because that just shows that I have good characteristics. It showed me that I was able to do that. But I am so thankful that, we are able to draw unemployment benefits and just get income based on the pandemic plus what we've worked for. I feel like I have retired, and some people were living that type of lifestyle without even going to work because they got the free easy pass because the people in their family, had already had the best jobs and didn't have to work so hard, and they didn't have the same hardship as an African American family or any other race. Um, that was the biggest issue. But I'm just so thankful that I do not have to worry about the old ways. Cause I've sat there and I prayed and I sat there and said, okay, God, I'm a hard worker. I'm a good listener. I respect people. I respect myself. I do what I'm told. I don't talk back. I am into the Word of God, and I'm nice, I'm sweet, I'm generous. People love me. I love people who love me, and even people I haven't even met before because I just love people. And I don't miss any days of work. I come to work on time. My production is good. My attendance is great. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not getting paid as much. And I'm overworking myself, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I can barely afford the rent. And even if I could afford it, I was left with little on the side. I had to budget that just to save, you know. So something intervened, and it was me being either I had my assignment ended at work, or I left because they were either trying to get rid of me, or I just got rid of myself. And I just said, you know what? I continue to go over to find this job. I find that job. I attend this one. I attend that one. This one takes a long time to hire. I'm going to apply for it anyway. I'm going to snag a job. I'm applying for 20, 30, 50 jobs on Indeed, snag a job, Glassdoor, all of these places, plus the ones that aren't even listed, not to mention the ones that I went to in person, just to find a temporary job at a temp agency that's not even guaranteed to last that long. And I keep going back and forth to different jobs. How am I supposed to make a living if these jobs keep getting rid of me and letting people work for a short amount of time, and they are good workers? Why would you not want to keep them? What's the purpose of even hiring them if you're going to keep letting them go so other people can work? You know, you're telling me that you're out of staff. You're telling me that you're okay. I understand that you're sharing different people from different tip agencies, or from different people from different tip agencies and different people. Period. But still, you're also letting us know that your company needs an employer. So if you see someone working good, don't say, well, you're signing in and we gonna hire someone else and we don't need anybody in this department. We're gonna hire somebody else to do this. But your company needs workers. So therefore, it's almost like, you know, you're being greedy over top of your greed. Okay, so that's my reason for just being thankful that God was able to provide during this pandemic and give the people their money, giving them the option to not go to work, giving them the option to collect unemployment benefits and make more than what they were making if they were actually at work. Some people are able to sleep longer, get the health, your body needs to rest. Some people are able to sleep longer. Some people are able to eat healthier foods and eat on time, not go hungry all day while they're at work. Um, some people didn't even have enough to eat, to bring to work, but now they can eat while they're at home. Some people can, do more things than they wouldn't have ever had a chance to do because they were spending most of their time at work. And people have other things to do that they want to spend time with their family, but they can't because daddy's at work or mama's at work. But now everyone could stay at home and collect their own benefits and live a life that God has promised them, because everything that they want and need is here on earth. But the Confederate system was stopping people from experiencing the best of life because they had to go to work and put up with the enslaved system. And now Jesus is here, and he is here to give his children back the freedom that they have always wanted, that they have always been promised to have. That's why it's important. And I am thankful and I am so happy to be here and experience this. This is a very happy moment. You know, for some people who love the Confederate system, who love paying taxes, that's what I say. I say, how can you love paying taxes if they tell you we're going to pay you $15 an hour, but we're going to take away $3 for taxes? Okay, so don't tell me I'm getting $15 an hour. Tell me how much I'm getting with, and take out the taxes. Don't sugarcoat anything. Well, you should have known that. Okay, well, what sense does that make? So people are actually, still paying the government. Oh, well, you everything that we're taking out for taxes, you're going to get it back during income taxes season. Okay, oh, I forgot. They're taking out taxes over top of that also. Well, what's the whole point of us giving us taxes if you're going to take out taxes over that? You know? And you have some people who are upset because they're taking down the Confederate system and giving everyone freedom so that people can live their lives. But how can you be upset with that? Because the person who's upset about it is going to get freedom. So you're saying that you want the enslaved system. Well, oh, everything's free. Yeah, sure, everything's free. Blah, blah, blah. That old system took the gospel out to make it seem as if certain things don't belong to you, that you don't have a right to certain things unless you pay for it. But everything comes from the ground and can be made, and not everybody wants the same thing. Some people find comfort with what they have. It's many people who don't want much because they know the gospel. The people who don't know the gospel want more than the people that knows the gospel. And those are the ones who are Confederate. Because someone who isn't Confederate is going to understand the gospel more than a person who is treating the Confederate system as a god. So if the people who know the gospel have found a way to survive and live prosperously and be protected and live a healthy lifestyle, and the people who are not, who are Confederate, who likes the old Confederate laws and old Confederate rules, if they feel upset about the world changing, then they can stay. They can stay. Nobody's making you do anything. You want to go to work all day? Go to work. You want to stand on your feet for hours? Go stand on your feet for hours. Go right on ahead. Nobody's stopping you. You want to get told that you're getting paid $20 an hour, but they're taking out taxes and it's really $13 an hour? Go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. You want to pay your taxes and still get taxed over top of that? Go right on ahead. They tax you in the store over top of that, so take out of that also. You want to go to school and pay for your college and still owe them? Go right on ahead. Education is free on the gospel side. They should be paying us for us taking our time out, for even wanting to help the world evolve. Information is free. It's all on YouTube. That's the new system. The old system wasn't on YouTube. YouTube started in 2005. The internet and information came out in the early 2000s and the late 90s. That beat the education system 1,000 years ahead of time. You still want to live back in the days where they had people go to school and spend 15 years of their life in school to learn something that people are learning now in less than a month and have a degree and still have their energy and their youth to perform their duties well, versus someone who went to school for 15 years and don't even and wasted their life and don't even and still owe the college money, and you don't want the new life, you want the old Confederate system. Fine, go ahead, take it, you can have it, nobody's stopping you. But we're going with Jesus because Jesus is here. This is Revelations. The pandemic is the return of Jesus Christ. And a lot of people are scared, but why? Why are you scared? You're scared because you was following a Confederate system and that is coming down and you don't know what you're going to do. I know what you can do. Keep working for the Confederate system. Wherever it's open, go back to that and work. And some people, and it doesn't matter what color you are, if you haven't done anything bad and you understand, then you will wake up eventually and see that your freedom is on the other side. It is. Your freedom is on the other side. I'm not going back to a regular 9 to 5 job. I'm tired of being told to work faster than I'm already working. You can just you can reward me and tell me I'm doing a good job, but instead you want to tell me to work faster. What about how fast I'm already working? What about I'm above everyone else in this department? What about asking someone who's been here 2 years to speed up? Why aren't you asking them to speed up? Oh, because I'm nice and I'm going to say yes. Well, that's just taking advantage the wrong way of a person that you should be really helping, supporting more. Instead of coming to me telling me to work faster, you should be coming to me telling me, hey, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Why, thank you. Now, why didn't you go tell this person over here? Are you fearful of their rejection? Or are you used to that person rejecting you and you won't dare get rid of them or say anything? Well, actions speak louder than words. You know, that's the problem. So I would definitely leave my 9 to 5 job. This is the revelations, and people are just scattering across, not knowing, going in the woods. What's the use of going in the woods for? What's the use of running in the woods? It's over. It's over. If you want to still work for a Confederate system and pay taxes and pay for college, when Jesus said everything is going to be reinvented for a newer system, yeah, sure, you'll still be paying for certain things. But the debt that people are in, America is in debt right now. How can they be in debt if they're stealing all the money? Like literally, you're making the money. How can you be in debt? You're making the money. So that's what the problem is. Think about that, you guys. I see you later. Have a good night.